you are already that girl. Okay, you're already that B. Okay, you already hold the keys to greatness. Hey y'all, it's your girl Skylise J, and I am back with another video. Welcome back to my channel, homegirls. It is 2022. I know y'all ain't seen me in a while. I know. Mama gotta have a life too, okay? I had to go live my life a little bit and sort some things out and get my mind right and really get on track and figure out where I wanted to take my channel in 2022, but I know exactly where I'm gonna take it. And this year is our year, homegirls. This year is our year, period. Okay, so if you are a returning subscriber, hey homegirl, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here in the new year. Thank you for being patient with me. We about to get back at it. We about to get this ball back rolling. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Skylise. Over here, we all about getting our mental health together. We all about leveling up, being the best version of ourselves. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay. So today is going to be a little get ready with me. I'm going to do my makeup, I'm going to do my hair, and I'm going to talk to y'all because y'all know I love to talk. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. What is popping, you guys? It's your girl Sky, and I am back. It's me. I know it's been a minute. Do you recognize me? Like, did you guys forget what I look like? I am back. It's 2022. I haven't seen y'all in a little minute or whatever. So this is my first video of the new year, and today I'm just gonna be doing a little chit chat, a little girl talk, homegirl talk, or whatever. A little homegirl talk or whatever. I was trying to think of a word for talk to start at H, but I'll get back to y'all in the next video with something catchy or whatever. But yeah, a little homegirl talk while I do my makeup and while I do my hair. Okay, I have on a closure wig or whatever. She's old, she's a little mature, but I got her together. Okay, I got her together, and she looking real laid up under this hair wrap or whatever. So I'm gonna style her and I'm gonna do my makeup for y'all. So how have y'all been? Like, how was the end of y'all 2021? Like, 2021 was another doozy, just like 2020. I will admit that. Definitely, it gave all over the place. It gave inconsistent. It gave a hot mess. But there's beauty in pain, okay? There's always beauty and purpose in pain. And I appreciate 2021 because it was the hard stuff. It was the hard stuff. It was the thick stuff. It was definitely the hard stuff, you guys. And 2021 did what needed to be done. Everything that was done in 2021 needed to be done for the betterment of myself. And if you had a rough 2021, it had to be done for the betterment of yourself to make you a better person. Nothing is ever a waste, okay? 2021 was definitely something else, but I'm not going to dwell too much in the past. We're going to focus on 2022 because it's a new year. You know, we got new stuff. We on some new things, okay? We off that 2021 stuff, all right? Make 2022 your year, okay? We done with the foolishness, all right? This year needs to be your year, okay? Whatever that means to you, whatever that looks like to you, whatever goals that you have for yourself, 2021 is the year you need to really like get on that mess, okay? Get on that stuff and stop putting it off. Stop starting your goals, or stop setting goals at the beginning of the year and then not achieving them. We literally have 12 whole months. And y'all, I'm talking to myself too, so you know, don't get me wrong. I'm not just fussing at y'all, but we literally have 12 months to get our life together. 12 months to accomplish the goals that we are setting for ourselves. So with that being said, it doesn't matter how the journey looks. The journey does not have to be perfect. As long as you get to the destination is all that matters. So it doesn't matter if the road is bumpy. It doesn't matter if you had a few pit stops. It doesn't matter if you had a few layovers on your trip. As long as you make it to your destination, that is literally all that matters. So that's what we about to focus on this year. That's what type of time we about to be on this year. We not about to be on that giving up stuff, okay? Like, granted, it's hard. It's hard to be consistent. It's hard to stick to something. It's hard to stick to your word or whatever. But one thing we're going to start doing this year is we're going to start keeping our word that we give to ourselves. If we are going to do something, if we say we want to do something, we need to make sure we do it. Okay, we need to make sure we do it. If we take a few days off, if we take a few weeks off, we need to get right back on it. Okay, we can't stop, not keeping our word that we give to ourselves, because if we can't trust ourselves, then how are we going to be able to truly trust somebody else if we can't even trust ourselves? So, like, if this is your year to focus on you, make sure that you are focusing on you. Like, as bad as it may sound, like, or as selfish as that may sound, like, if you're a person who normally is not selfish, then, and you realize that, being caring, and not being caring, but if you realize that, like, always looking out for other people and putting other people goals and dreams and stuff in front of your own, or like being a people pleaser, if you realize that that has gotten you nowhere and that made you unhappy, and you recognize that, and this year you want to focus on yourself, then make sure this is the year that you're focusing on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Do not let nothing get in between you and the best version of yourself. And being the best version of yourself does not look any defined way. Like, being the best version of you does not look like the best version of somebody else. So whatever the best version of you looks like, however you want to feel, whatever you want to do, like, if your goal was to be like the most athletic stripper who be flipping around a pole, doing what she do or whatever, if that's your goal, then crush that, because that's your goal. It's nobody else's life that you are living but your own, and you just don't care about what nobody else has to say about it. Relentlessly pursue the best version of yourself. And I feel like last year was very eye-opening for me, because I really was finding myself, because it's like I talk about this all the time, but this is the longest I have been single. I almost been single a whole entire year at this point. And this is a long time mama's been single, okay? I ain't never had this much free time before. So it gave me a lot of time to, like, get to know myself. And getting to know yourself, especially when you're so used to having somebody constantly around you, you start panicking a little bit. And you can easily slip back into needing somebody to be around you, no matter if that's like companionship or if that's friendship or if it's something. You find yourself just experimenting, basically trying to find yourself and trying to figure yourself out. And it's just like, you just figure out what works and what doesn't work for you. And that definitely is what I went through last year. Because, of course I established that I wanted to be the best version of myself, but it was like I felt like I had to be a certain way to level up. And you do not have to be a specific way to level up. Like, I felt like if I wanted to grow spiritually, I had to, like, stop wearing makeup, and I had to, like, stop wearing weave. But it's like, baby, that's a part of who I am, because I'm that girl, okay, with or without it. But that's a part of who I am. So it's like, when you're trying to level up in any area, you cannot lose sight of who you are, because it's not going to work. Like, it's not going to work if you lose sight of who you are. And I really felt like that's what I was doing. I was losing sight of who I was, trying to figure out who I was. So I definitely appreciate 2021, but you know, I'm glad I'm ready. This year is solely all about me, because last year is when I finally got a chance to explore myself, and I still was like trying to grasp onto something, like whether it was friendships or companionships, and I still wasn't really intentionally getting to know myself. So this year I'm coming for all the things that I have always wanted. I'm not playing, like I'm not running away from it no more. So I'm doing what I gotta do to like be the best version of me, okay? And that kind of ties into another thing I wanted to talk about as well, which is you have to have main character syndrome. And main character syndrome is basically where you're the main character in your life. Like at the end of the day, you can have people in your circle, you can have people around you, you know, you can share yourself with people, but at the end of the day, you have to be the main character in your life, because your life will be a hot mess. You'll be all over the place if you don't have that mentality. If you don't stay rooted, you will never get anything done that you want to get done if you are constantly, you know, a co-star in somebody else's life and not the main star in your own life. So that's one thing that I'm definitely focusing on this year, is being the main character in my life. If it does not make sense for me, if it does not fit right in the spot I need it to fit in, I'm not about to consume too much of my time on it. It's not my problem, it's not my issue, and I don't care. And you have to be like that sometimes, because like your energy will literally get sucked out of you. Like it will literally, my forehead is just like glistening. It's making my eyebrows look like they're not done, but they are. I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I think I want to do like a brown smoky. You have to make yourself the main character in your life, or you will literally never reach any of your goals. And I feel like I suffer from this a lot, because like I literally have gotten to the point where I feel kind of lethargic in pursuing my goals and like pursuing my passions and stuff, because it's like I'll be going so hard, doing something, going so hard, and then all of a sudden somebody will come into my life, whether it's a friend or it's a companion or it's anybody. They'll come into my life, and then I'm just such an empath, and I'm just such a hopeless romantic, whether it comes to friendships or companionships. I just love to make other people feel good, right? So like I'll instantly just switch around all of my plans just because somebody looked at me. I'll be like, oh my God, like if me and this person ever got to be friends, and like, okay, I'm not gonna do this no more, I'm gonna do this, and da da da. And it's like, girl, what is you doing? What are you doing? Like, relax. You're the bad bee, okay? You're the main event, okay? They're gonna have to get in where they fit into and what you got going on. And if it doesn't make sense, then they gotta go. But it's like, yeah, like if it don't make sense, if it doesn't fit like into my life, you know, I didn't have no business like trying to partake in it. You know what I'm saying? Or like I shouldn't change around everything that I got going on to kind of like make it make sense to somebody else. Like whatever you want to do does not have to make sense to anybody else. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm trying not to mess my eyelashes up. Maybe I shouldn't put on eyeshadow. Because if these start falling out, I'm gonna be so pissed. Like, for real. Yeah, I'll just put on a little bit to give my eyes some definition. But yeah, like, you know, if it doesn't make sense into your life, if it doesn't fit into your life, then it doesn't have to be there. It's like, one thing that I've realized, and I was just talking about this earlier today, is I used to be the type of person to not force things. Like, I used to be so mellow. I used to be so go with the flowy. I used to be like just doing me. And I used to be doing it unintentionally. And then I don't know what happened. It's like when stuff just started going like haywire. Like when stuff wasn't working out the way I wanted it to work out, I was like, okay, oh hell no. Like, I'm about to take control. And I literally like took that and like ran with it, like was OD. And I'm still like that to this day. Like, and that's one thing I'm really trying to work on for 2022 is to not try to be in control of everything and like try to release control and let stuff play out the way it's gonna play out and just relax. Because I think like stuff that I wanted to work in like the past, it didn't work out because I was just so go with the flowy and I wasn't like paying nothing on mine. I was just so free spirited or whatever, and it didn't work out. It was like, you know, being that situation didn't work out for me, I was like, okay, like I'm about to take control and I'm about to like make sure the situations I put myself in work out. So I think that's kind of where I went south, and I'm recovering from that, and I'm really trying to like get away from that and get back to the point where I'm really just like chilling, you know, not caring about like, you know, none of that extra stuff or whatever. And it's like I really lost sight of that for real. So and one thing I'm doing in 2022 is I am getting back to that. I am getting back to being that girl who was doing her. And if you wanted to be where I am, you gotta meet me where I am, baby. Like, I'm not about to keep like changing everything around and starting over and switching everything around for you. Like, you gotta meet me where I am. Like, I'm not even about to play them games no more with people. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be a selfish year for me. And it's like I'm realizing the older I get is that, and it's just so frustrating too. It's so frustrating because it's like the older I get, the more I realize that everybody not going to treat you the way that you want them to treat you. Everybody, and I'm using my words carefully because people don't do things intentionally. I feel like genuinely people don't genuinely do things to intentionally hurt you. I just feel like they're being selfish. So it's just like if everybody else is being selfish and everybody else is taking from me, then it's like I need to start pouring into myself. So, you know, as much as it hurts and as much as it's like, you know, kind of aggravating a little bit, you have to put yourself first if you want to get anything done, you know? So this year, you know, I said last year was about me finding myself, but honestly, this year is about me like remaining myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to change myself, but yeah, you know how people be like, new year, new me, you know, whatever. This year I'm on new year, same me. Oh my God, I got concealer in my lashes. This is a lot. Like, y'all got my lashes done for like the first time in a while, and I'm trying to get them done on a regular basis because I wear lashes all the time. So I feel like this is like a good investment for me. And I just like the look of the lashes, but I'm like, yo, every time one falls out, I really be ready to cry. Like, I really be ready to cry every time one falls out. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to get no makeup on it, but I just got a little bit of concealer up under my lashes. Like, we can't be doing that. But yeah, y'all, this year I'm sticking to myself. I just want to get back to being myself because I feel like after all these years I have really lost myself. And if you're feeling the same way, take this year out to do everything you've been wanting to do. Okay? And yes, you might get distracted for a little bit, but never lose sight in the end goal. So if you want to finally like lose some weight, lose some weight. And if you finally want to lose some weight, okay? Do that thing. Lose weight. You know, if you fall off for a little bit, get back on as soon as you can. Don't just stay down. You know, make sure you're actually doing things for you, because it's really so easy to lose sight of who you are. And like, you know, when you let all these different energies be around you, it's really easy to lose sight of who you are. So that's just one thing that I am focusing on this year, is I'm not trying to change myself. I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I'm not trying to rake my brain about what my purpose is, because I know what my purpose is. I know. And don't come for me for putting this on my face. Mind your business. I'm putting it on my face. Okay? That belongs to me. That's on my neck and shoulders. Okay? So if my face swell up and turn purple, that's on me. It's me that's walking around looking like that. Okay? Your girl is oily. But, you know, literally, you know, I'm not about to keep stressing myself out about what my purpose is, because I know what my purpose is. I've been doing it for years. I'm doing it right now. Okay, like literally, my purpose is to get on here, be a bad bee, and talk to my homegirls. Like literally, like that's it. It's not a big mystery. It's not something that's deep. It's not something that's, you know, something that is like hidden treasure or something. Like it's obvious. Like I like to look cute, and I know how to do things on myself that a lot of people don't know how to do themselves. And that right there is my gift, and that right there is my purpose. And it is what it is. Like I'm not about to keep stressing myself out trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do me. I'm just gonna do me. So that's pretty much where I'm at for 2022. Like I'm literally about to be the main character in my life. I'm about to talk to who I want to talk to. I'm about to do what I want to do. I'm about to go where I want to go. Okay. Yeah. So that's just the type of time I'm on for 2022. I'm not about to keep sitting here trying to be something I'm not. I'm not about to keep sitting here trying to figure out how I can transform myself. I don't need to transform myself. Like I am who I already am. Like I'm already that girl. I just need to realize that. I just need to tap into my full potential. Okay. So that's about it. Like this year is literally about me. I'm about to do whatever I want to do. I'm not about to keep asking for permission. I'm asking for forgiveness only. Okay. Ask for forgiveness, and if you don't forgive me, whatever. Like it's a new year, new things, new mindset. And when I say new mindset, I mean like realizing that like I already have everything I need to be me. I already have everything I need to be the best version of myself. I need to stop looking for it elsewhere. I need to stop looking for other things to validate me and make me a better person. Hold on, y'all. I can't get my foundation open. Got my foundation open. So, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, girl, you are already that girl. Okay, you're already that bee. Okay, you already hold the keys to greatness. All right, you do not have to transform yourself and change the way you talk, change the way you dress, change the way you are to be better. You don't have to change anything. You just get better at how you already are. Be the best version of yourself. So like all of this stuff that's talking about, you know, all of these things nowadays that's like level up culture. Like, oh, you know, do this to level up, do that to level up. You know, talk like this, be mysterious, you know, dress sexy, or, you know, all that stuff. You don't have to do none of that. just be the best version of yourself. You know, if you are a tomboy, like put that ish on and like own it. If you like to wear really dramatic makeup looks, do the thing. You know, if you are loud and vivacious and have a big personality, keep having that big personality. Like, you don't have to dumb yourself down by any means, or like completely change yourself to quote unquote level up or to be a better person. Like, you don't have to change. Just focus on bettering yourself, because you already have everything you need to be the best person that you can be. You know, like, literally, you already have everything. And that's what I'm starting to realize. You know, I literally will doubt myself so much about who I am and like where I should be. But it's just like, if I stop worrying about everything that I'm not and I focus on everything that I am, like, my life will be just a lot more enjoyable. You know, I feel like I'm always focused on what I don't have. And thinking that way will have you confused as I don't know what. Like, you literally will waste so much of your life away. So much of your good years, you will literally waste it away. And I'm really talking to myself right now. But you would literally waste so many of your good years away by always worrying about like what you don't have, what you're missing out on. Just focus on who you are, because it's people out here that think you lit just how you are already, that like love you as you are. It might not be like the type of person that you would expect it to be. It might not be the type of people that you would expect to really like be turned up about you. But I guarantee you, like, it doesn't even matter. It just feels good to have somebody, or have not somebody, but have people in your life that really accept you like for genuinely who you are. Because at the end of the day, you can't be nobody but yourself. So if you're always trying to be different or change yourself to attract quality people into your life, they're not going to be quality, because they're not really attracted to the real you. They're attracted to like the fake you that you're changing yourself to be. So just know that, like, don't ever lose sight of like who you truly are, and just know that going into this new year, we are not new people, we are better people. So, you know, that's literally what we need to do going into the new year. So, what else do I want to talk about? So another thing I wanted to talk about, which kind of goes along with being more selfish with your time, it's just that if you found yourself in a lot of drama and a lot of BS last year, find your way out of it this year. Stay out of it. Okay, because this point is giving that some of us are addicted to toxicity. Okay, I really believe that a lot of us are addicted to toxicity, and I can vouch for myself. Sometimes when I keep dealing with certain situations that I already seen the outcome of 1,000 times, but I just keep giving it the benefit of the doubt and keep dealing with it, that makes me realize that, like, okay, I must be attracted to toxicity just a tad. I must like this headache just a little bit, you know, because I keep choosing to deal with it, and I already know like what type of time, you know, the situation is on. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like going into this new year, stop dealing with the same BS that you were dealing with last year, because if you keep doing that, like, it's obvious that you like the dramatics, you like the antics, you like the attention, no matter in what form it comes in. So that's really one thing that I'm really about to stop stop associating myself with, because it's like how many years are you going to keep dragging the same like drama and the same pain into your life? How many years are you going to keep complaining about the same thing? Like, at this point, you like it. You like the pain. You ever heard somebody say it hurts so good? Like, you like the hurt. It's hurting you so good, which is weird. Like, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, a feeling that feels uncomfortable, but it feels like addicting at the same time. That's what I'm talking about. Like, say for instance, this is a good example, but this doesn't really hurt. But say for instance, like if you was to run your tongue across the roof of your mouth, I bet you that feels weird and it tickles low key. Like, just do it for a little bit. Just take your tongue and run it over the roof of your mouth. Like this. Just do it like gently. Like, and I guarantee you it feels a little weird, but it's like addicting low key to where you don't want to stop doing it, because it's like, ooh, that feel kind of weird, but you keep doing it. I feel like that's the type of time we be on when we keep dealing with like toxic stuff, even though we know the outcome. It's like you're addicted to it. You're addicted to drama. You like the drama. You like the dramatics. You like it. And believe it or not, don't be that person that always has drama going on. At some point, you gotta want peace in your life. At some point, you gotta want like normality in your life. At some point, you gotta stop wanting all this Lifetime movie drama happening in your life. You know what I'm saying? Your whole life does not have to be a Lifetime movie. Your whole life does. You don't have to do stuff just to have something to complain about. Okay? Stop indulging in BS just to have something to talk about, just to have something to bounce back from. You know? Stop hurting yourself. Stop causing yourself pain. Because I feel like a lot of us, we do stuff that causes us pain just so we can have a testimony afterwards. Like, that's like next level psycho stuff. Okay, stop being psycho. We all have a little psycho in us. Okay, so we all have a little psycho in us. We don't go our whole lives being level-headed all the time. So my thing is, stop making your life harder. Stop creating more drama for yourself just to be able to, when you get out of it, you have a testimony to tell. You know, like you have something to you praise about. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing that, because nobody asked you to go through that. You didn't have to go through that. Okay? We all go through tough times, but it shouldn't be 24/7. So stop putting yourself through stuff just to be like, oh, I made it out. I survived. You know, like, I'm such a warrior. I'm God's favorite. He stayed pulling me out. He stayed blessing me or whatever. But it's like, he ain't had nothing to do with that. He ain't had nothing to do with that. Okay? He ain't had nothing to do with that. Y'all need to stop confusing the fact that God knows, is all knowing, and he knows everything that's going on. You need to stop confusing that with him being the reason for everything. He does not. Have you ever heard of something being in God's will on your life? So that means that if God already has your life right now. He already has every step of the way planned out for you. So if you choose to do something that's not in his will and you make it out of it, then he wasn't the one who put that test or that obstacle in your way. Okay, like that wasn't in his plan for you. And I think a lot of us get that confused. Like, every time we go through something, we just swear it was in his plan for us. Like, every little bad decision we make, every little thing that we do is not in his plan for us. Okay, we make some of these decisions on our own. Like, he doesn't have control over us. Like, we are not his robots. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have free will. We make our own choices. Okay? Y'all are getting that confused with if something is meant to be, it'll be. Like, and that goes into if something is in his will for our life, it will happen. But it's like y'all be thinking that, like, you know, if it's meant to be, it'll be. If it's in his will for our life, then that will happen regardless of what you do to get there. He doesn't plan out each little micro step that you make. He just plans out each level, you know, each phase that you're at. So however you choose to get there, that's on you. However you choose to make it there. But don't say that, you know, you went through all this crazy, like, Lifetime movie type stuff, or like all this toxic stuff to make it to where you are, because you chose to go the hard way. Okay? So it's like, we can't completely, you know, have a life free of hassle, free of twists and turns. You know, we can't completely do that. But what we can do is be cautious and be smarter about the decisions that we make to get to where we need to be. Okay? So say, for instance, if you want a new car. Say, for instance, you're outgrowing your car, you don't want your car anymore, and you want a new car. So instead of you saving up money to get a new car, you decide to run it into the side of a building or something, like, and ruin it. So like you don't have no choice but to get a new car. Like, that's the type of stuff that y'all be doing. Like, y'all will know somebody is not good for you. You will know somebody is toxic. You will know somebody ain't crap. You know somebody don't give a darn about you. But you will continue to deal with them so you can be a victim, or so that when you get out of it, you can be like, man, I done been through so much. I done been through this. You went through a little bit and you decided to stay, and then you decided to deal with all that other stuff that you've been put through. So yeah, you have been through a lot, but you didn't have to go through a lot. That's definitely something that we need to check ourselves about going into the new year, because, you know, I feel like we take that and we run with that like way too often. Okay? We cause a lot of pain on ourselves. And as much as we want to deny it, things are black and white. Things are pretty much black and white. It's either you do or you don't. It's either you will or you won't. You know? And at some point we got to stop blaming the universe, life, God. We got to stop blaming everything but ourselves for the things that we put ourselves through. Okay? Everything is not meant to be a test. You know, I look real caked up right now, but we getting there. But everything is not meant to be a test, sweethearts. So please stop using that like as an excuse to be trifling. Stop using that as an excuse to be a terrible person. You know, at some point, you're not the victim in every situation. You're just addicted to drama and addicted to toxicity, and you want to have something to talk about. You know? Like, you just want to have something to talk about. So, going into this new year, y'all, like, please, baby, please, y'all, please, you know, get your life together. Get your life together. Get your attitude together. Realize that, you know, If you either do or you don't, or you either will or you won't. It is what it is, and that applies to everything. And don't ever dwell on the don't and the won't for too long, because everything that's meant to be is going to be. And that goes into what I was saying earlier, into forcing things. Don't ever force nothing in life. Release the control that you have. Like, the only thing that you have control of is yourself. Nothing else. Nothing else. And like I said, yes, Buka.
For you to know. Is camera on?
Yes, it is.
Can I be in your video?
No, not this video.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Yep, look at
Aw, this is so sweet.
it. Your banner says my name so you remember.
Bella just drew me a picture, y'all. Isn't it so cute? She's such a little artist. Thank you. Bye bye. But yeah, y'all, so that kind of goes into what I said earlier about releasing control. And I'm just not cussing y'all out. I'm just not fussing y'all out. I'm talking to myself too. I'm talking to myself too. Don't get me wrong, because one thing I realized too is I'm low-key addicted to confusion. You know, I intentionally do things to make my life harder. And let me take that back. I don't intentionally do things to make my life harder, but I do things to disrupt my life, thinking that, you know, I can get it back on track. Like, I'm just going to do this, even though I know it's not really a good idea. I'm just going to do it because I know I can come back from it. And it's like, at some point, you got to grow up. At some point, you got to grow up, and you got to stop doing that to yourself. And that's just the type of time I'm on now. Like, I'm tired of doing that to myself. I'm literally always doing that to myself. Like, when it comes to everything, I'm literally always self-sabotaging. And I do that in like every area of my life. Like, you know, don't get me wrong, it's nothing with starting over, but like, how many times you gonna start over doing the same thing? How many times? This is looking cute. Like, how many times are you gonna just keep doing the same, like, ignorant things? Like, stop self-sabotaging yourself. At this point, you know better. So do better. No excuse anymore. Like, you literally, like, have been through the same thing so many times. All right, y'all. So, I am finally done with my makeup. So now I'm about to style my hair. I hope you guys aren't tired of hearing me talk yet, but it's been a while. Like, I know y'all miss me or whatever. All 300 of y'all. Oh my god, I cannot believe it's 300 of y'all now. Like, I literally remember when I was literally at like 100 for the longest. And now I'm at 300 subscribers. And I just feel like that's just a blessing in itself, because I am like organically growing my channel over here. I'm not paying for anything. I'm not doing like nothing extra. I'm literally just posting, and I'm going with the flow. So my bad, y'all. I gotta clean up. I'm a neat person. And I'm back in my room today. I think this is gonna be my new spot or whatever, because I moved my desk in my room because I'm lazy like that, and I like to be close to my bed when I'm working. So this is my new spot that I'm gonna probably be in for my videos. So I'm sorry it's not really much in the background, but this is what we got going on. Whew, I'm literally going to hate myself when I'm editing this video because I have like all this dead space in the video to edit, y'all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and style my hair. I'm not gonna really talk y'all to death while I'm doing this, because I didn't already talk y'all to death enough while I was doing my makeup. So I will see you guys. I'm gonna speed through this part, and I will see you guys once I'm done. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my video. This is the final look, okay? Got the loose waves going here, okay? Face beat, okay? Period. Yes, okay, looking good, okay? This is how we coming. This is the energy that we hitting with in 2022, all right? Like, do not play with us. Do not play with us. We is not one of them. You better let them know, girl. Let them know, girl. All right. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you like the stuff that I talked about, if you want to hear more of it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because it's only up from here. And I can't leave my homegirls hanging. So we gonna get into it this year. We're gonna dive deep in and be the best version of ourselves, because that is really what my channel is all about. It's about self-care, leveling up, feeling good, looking good, being good mentally, being good physically. Like, we get all that together, okay? If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.